So I just got these furniture touch-up markers and wax sticks because of my cat Tiger. He likes to go ahead and scratch things, and here's where he scratched up and messed up the wood just because he was on top and tried to get out. This happened in two different places, on this window and on the other window over there, so I just want to go ahead and repair them and see how well these markers and these wax sticks work. So here, this opens up nice and easy, just like so. So here's all the 6 different markers. They're all going to be different shades of brown. And here's the 6 filler sticks that are made out of wax. So in other words, kind of like crayons. And when they get dull, I can just go ahead and sharpen it with this sharpener here. So I'm first going to start with this scratch over here. And I have these 2 markers that kind of match similarly, but I think the light one might be a better choice. So I'll go for this one. This one's going to be cherry. So that's just going to be a test one. And I can go ahead and just wipe the rest off. And I think that might be a little bit too dark. So here's an even lighter tone. So I think I went a little bit too dark over here, but the light one definitely looks a lot better. And here's like another angle look. So if you look close, you can go ahead and see what the marker is, but I still have other spots to go ahead and test it out with. So I'll try over here now. So this definitely ended up looking a lot better, and I think that's because I went ahead and wiped it quicker rather than letting it dry. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing moving forward now. And yeah, the strategy of wiping it immediately after dabbing a little bit definitely helped. Now I still have a lot of other spots up over here to go ahead and do. So I'll start with this long one here. Now these 2 scratches up here are actually going to be much deeper, so I can actually put my nail here. So I'm going to see if I melt some of this wax in there. And there it is, and I think oak might have been a little bit too light. So here's what it looks like cleaned up, and I think I went a little bit too light with the filler. So on the other side, I'm going to go ahead and use a darker one, which I think I'm going to go for this one, and this is going to be maple. So I'm going for this groove here, and as you can see, it is pretty deep. So I'll go ahead and be using this one, and this is going to be maple. Alright, and there. That's what it looks like before it's cleaned. And that's what it looks like after it's cleaned up. And I still have another large one right over here. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing here. And that's what it looks like before it's cleaned. And here it is afterwards. And now on the left side here, there's also going to be a scratch, but since it's not deep, I'm just going to opt for this marker, cherry. Alright, so I did this one really carefully, and I think this one ended up looking the best out of all of them. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing up here. And yeah, same thing. It ended up looking real nice. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this same method that I'm just dabbing little by little, and I'll go ahead and do that over here as well too. And yeah, I got the same result. It's really not noticeable anymore. And I have some more scratches over here. Now the thing about this wood is it does get lighter as I go down, so I'm going to stick to cherry from here up, and then from here down I'm going to switch to a different marker. And I'll use oak for down here. So there it is, and I think the method of using a lighter tone over here worked. Now if you see the left line, I think I did a much better job on the left, whereas on the right, it still is kind of dark, and especially up over here. Now up here, there is going to be some grooves, so I do want to go ahead and use the wax stick. And I look at cherry, and then I look at cherry over here, and they're different colors. But I know the marker is very similar, so I'm just going to go ahead and try this filler stick to hopefully it's like nice as well too. Alright, so that's what it looks like before it's cleaned. So I don't think the cherry did a very good job here, so I'm not going to use it again. And now time to go ahead and fill out the left side, and I have these 3 colors. I was thinking of originally using cherry, but now kind of looking at it further. Actually, yeah, maybe cherry and actually cherry. And there, that's what it goes ahead and looks like now. And now time for down here. Alright, and there it is. Alright, now the last part is going to be up on top over here, so this has a really deep scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and use the filler again. And so out of these 2 colors, I'm going to go for oak. So here's what all this looks like before cleaning. and here's what it looks like afterwards. So overall, using these markers and the fillers was pretty easy. I'd say the hardest part would be matching the color to the wood, especially since the wood I'm using it on is going to be like a little bit different of a color. But either way, I do think it ended up looking pretty nice for the most part, except when I kind of used the wrong color. And again, here's a look at the top where I just went ahead and did it. But yeah, that's a quick look at the touch-up marker and filler.